The room went silent when the girl tried to stand. Every rich doctor in that marble glass hospital had already said the same word, impossible. Then a single dad in a faded jacket stepped forward, knelt in front of her wheelchair, and said quietly, "Baby, remember what we practiced." What happened next didn't just shock the doctors. It destroyed their pride forever. They told us not to hope. They said hope was dangerous, irresponsible, unscientific. My daughter Lily had been in that wheelchair for 3 years, ever since the accident. She was 6 when a speeding car jumped a curb and took away her laughter, her running, her light. Her mother, Emma, and I watched her world shrink to hospital rooms and pity-filled smiles. We sold the house. We drained our savings. We begged. And still, every famous specialist with 7-figure salary told us the same thing. There's nothing more money can do. The worst part wasn't Lily's condition. It was how they looked at us. At me, like I was just a broke dad clinging to fairy tales. One doctor actually sighed and said, "Sir, you need to accept reality." Emma cried in the parking lot that day. She blamed herself for believing we could fix this with love and effort. Our marriage cracked under the weight of helplessness. Eventually, Emma moved out, not because she didn't love Lily, but because the pain was slowly killing her. I stayed. Every night after work, I carried Lily from her chair to the couch, stretched her legs the way I'd learned from old medical journals and dusty textbooks. I couldn't afford fancy equipment, so I built my own: wooden braces, resistance bands, makeshift rails bolted into our hallway. People laughed when they saw them. Even Emma once whispered, "This isn't healthy, you know." But Lily believed in me. While the doctors focus on scans and statistics, I focus on my daughter's will. I learned how nerves relearn pathways. I read about muscle memory, about tiny victories. I watched hours of physical therapy videos after midnight, my hands cracked from construction work, my eyes burning. I wasn't smarter than those doctors. I was just more stubborn. Then came the charity gala. One of the hospitals invited us to a public demonstration, another awareness event, where Lily would be wheeled on stage as a symbol of tragedy. They wanted donors to feel generous. Emma insisted on coming. She said she needed closure. The same doctors who dismissed us smiled on stage, talking about innovation and miracles. Miracles they never gave us. Lily squeezed my hand backstage and whispered, "Daddy, can I try?" My heart nearly stopped. I knew what she meant. We'd practiced standing, never walking, never in public. I looked over at the doctors laughing under the lights, at the donors sipping champagne, at Emma watching with hollow eyes. They expected a show of sympathy. They were not ready for truth. When Lily's name was called, I pushed her wheelchair onto the stage. The spotlight was blinding, the applause polite. One doctor leaned into the mic and said, "Sadly, despite every effort." "Wait," I said. The word cut through the room. I knelt in front of Lily, ignoring confused murmurs. "You don't have to," I whispered. She nodded anyway. I helped her lock the braces. Slowly, carefully, the room held its breath as Lily gripped my shoulders and stood. The doctors frowned. One shook his head, already preparing excuses. Then Lily took a step. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't smooth. But it was real. The room exploded into gasps. Phones flew up. A donor dropped his glass. Lily took another step. And another. Tears streamed down her face. But she was smiling. Smiling. I looked up and saw Emma covering her mouth, collapsing into a chair, sobbing like she'd been holding her breath for years. One doctor tried to intervene, stammering about safety. I stared him down. "You said impossible." I said loudly, "You said hope was dangerous." Lily walked 6 steps that night. 6 steps destroyed reputations. The video went viral within hours. Millions watched the moment the impossible happened. People didn't praise the hospital. They questioned it. Former patients came forward. Stories poured out about arrogance, about rich doctors who stopped trying once the money ran out. Donations froze. Investigations started. Emma came home the next day. She held Lily and cried, apologizing over and over, not for leaving, but for doubting. I didn't feel victorious. I felt calm. Like the world had finally caught up to what I knew all along. Lily still isn't running. Not yet. But every morning, she stands a little taller. And every time a doctor tells another family, there's nothing more we can do, I hope they remember the night a single dad did what their money couldn't. Because sometimes, the greatest revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's proving your love was stronger than their limits.